Episode 1 First Session, a meeting in Red Larch. Our adventurers found themselves in a little town of Red Larch, which lies as a halfway stop between the cities of Neverwinter to the north and Waterdeep to the south. The bugbear Brownhide and his small Triton captain, Marina Alga, arrived just a day before after a week's journey from Waterdeep, in which they had to fight off a bandit who happened to have just enough coin on him to buy them a comfortable bed and a good meal at the town's inn, the Swinging Sword. The furbolg Genwin arrived at midday, securing himself his own room in the inn and a place for his donkey, Minnie, to rest alongside his cart behind the inn-added stables. Lastly, our dragonborn friend Auros Valandar, after splitting from his merry band of bards known as Larian's Lofty Dreams and friends due to personal troubles, hitched rides on a few carts, paying them in entertainment and good conversation, found himself at the inn just a few hours before nightfall. As the Dragonborn entered the big hall usually used for dining, he approached the woman in charge of the inn, Kaelessa Urkel, in hopes of securing food and lodging in exchange for his services as a bard. At the same time, Brownhide was sitting at a nearby table, together with his captain Marina, drinking ale and dining with her. As Genwin, who came downstairs, ordered his meal, Brownhide went over to him to challenge him to an arm wrestling contest, which Genwin unfortunately denied, to the bugbear's dismay. Auros, at this point, was getting ready to stow his belongings in his room, but was asked by Brownhide, who he passed, to play a song to raise the mood. As Auros played his bard's song, Brownhide and Marina began to dance with each other, with Marina, strangely enough, leading the bugbear, who was twice her size, very gracefully. Thanks to the musical performance, the inn drew a lot of customers for food and drink this night, and as Auros finished, he was invited by Brownhide and Marina to share a drink with them, and they sat down at the only table that still had space, the one Genwin was sitting at. Just at that time, the constable of Red Larch, Harburg Tough Marilar, came through the front door because he heard that there were new arrivals in town. The constable asked him to take care of a band of bandits just a few miles down Cairn Road to the south, and after offering each of them 30 gold as an incentive, the four agreed to work together. The next morning, after 3 vegetarian breakfasts and 1 meat-nado breakfast for a certain bugbear, they left the inn, only for Genwin to go to the local bakery that he was told of the night before. In the bakery, Mangobarl Lauren told him of a lot of rumors that he heard around town, and then sold Genwin 2 bags of cookie-flavored cookies. After this necessary stop, Genwin brought out his cart from behind the inn, and the party made their way down the Cairn Road without any troubles. Fortunately, the constable had marked the general area where he suspects the bandit camp in Genwin's map, and after leaving the cart hidden in a few bushes, Auros immediately spotted a few old bloodstains on the road that the rain didn't wash away, and he managed to track down some faint wagon tracks directly to the bandits' camp. They sneakily made their way to the camp and saw 4 bandits sitting around a campfire, with a black bear in a cage off to the side. After a plan was made, Brownhide snuck away, to the surprise of Genwin and Auros, who didn't even see or hear him leave. In one swift attack, Brownhide rushed up to these 4 and cut the first one down immediately. At the same time, Genwin cast the Entangle spell to restrain the other 3 bandits. Although one of them evaded the roots growing out of the ground, he was hit by a firebolt from Captain Alga and severely burned. Brownhide quickly moved on to dispatch this bandit as well, while another one of them shot him with a crossbow, despite the vines restraining him. The last bandit, seeing 2 of his mates being killed so easily, broke free of the vines and tried to run, only to have his way cut off by Auros. Marina, infuriated that someone attacked her Brownhide, shot a lightning bolt that pierced straight through the bandit, killing him instantly. While all this was happening, the black bear broke free and attacked Genwin, who reluctantly retaliated with a flickering flame that he produced in that moment. Brownhide quickly moved to dispatch the bear, but unfortunately was weakened more than he thought and missed his first attack, only slashing the bear's side with a second strike, which Marina followed up with a firebolt. The last remaining bandit tried to run from Auros, but got hit while he was running, and the stress was just too much for him, so he fainted just a few feet out of sight. The bear's survival instincts now kicked in, and it ran away. After successful combat, the party tied up the remaining bandit, brought him back to the campfire, and woke him up to interrogate him. After frightening the bandit nearly to death, he told them of a trap they had set up in the cave where they stashed their loot, so Brownhide quickly cut the tripwire, disarming the trap. In the cave, they found a bit of gold and a little coffer, which after a successful lockpicking attempt by Brownhide, opened to reveal 4 small gems. After a short conversation amongst the party, they decided to bring the bandit back to Red Larch, and as soon as they arrived there, they immediately headed to the butcher, where the constable told them to meet him, and after a little conversation and interrogation of the prisoner, the constable rewarded them for their hard work, and told them of a few rumors he heard around town, and the party took an interest in the rumor about a ghost that was sighted near an old tomb. But first, they would head back to the inn to take a well-earned rest.